to a new video. It's been quite some time since I've had a little chat with you all. So, sorry that I've been missing. Why have I not been making videos? I've been doing a lot of live streaming. Hopefully you've been joining in. Facebook, Twitch and YouTube, obviously. I've been doing round about 3 races a week on ZWIFT and live streaming all of them, and that has meant that there just hasn't been enough time and content to make little videos. But I thought it was about time that we did an update. So, coming into May, so we've been in lockdown for about 4-5 weeks, and we were flying. 76 was our CTL, which actually has been our peak so far for 2020. So in April we did 49 hours on the bike, in May we did 51, and then June and July, big drop off, we only managed about 30 hours. And the reason that that was happening is we were doing, as I say, 3 races a week, sometimes only 2, but 3 races a week on ZWIFT every week. We've done upwards of 31 races over the period of May into July, and it was just taking too much of a heavy toll on the body. We couldn't keep up. Our performance was starting to suffer, and that's because we weren't doing any other training. There was no maintenance going on. It was just hard, full gas efforts almost every alternate day. Thinking about our power, we were on a peak of about 317 watts as put out by Xert, and at the moment that's come down. It's troughed down about 284. We're back into our training block, so it's starting to come up again. We're around about 290 just now. Training load has also come down, obviously, with that number of hours dropping. Training load started at 76 in that period and went down to about 62. But we're starting to bring that up, because what we're doing now is we're in a 3-week block. We spoke to Jason, our coach, and we said, right, can it? No more ZWIFT racing. We're obviously not getting to race outdoors anyway, so what's the point of doing these ZWIFT races? We don't need to stay sharp for anything, and at the end of the day, it's not actually keeping us sharp, it's actually bringing down our fitness signatures. So, we want a 3-week training block, we want to focus on strength, we want to focus on endurance, and we obviously, as a byproduct, we want to build back up our threshold power. So that's where we are. We're just going into week 2 of our training block. So it's probably a good idea to talk about what we're going to be doing, or what have we done and what we're going to do in the future. So let's jump into the computer and we'll have a look at the sessions we did in week 1. So week 1 started with a nice 3-hour road ride, working on endurance. We've got 4 efforts to do, times 5 minutes at 90%. Then we follow that up with 5 minutes above threshold, 110%. And then we round it off with a nice steady tempo, 10 minutes, 75%. Ride 2 is a nice steady cruise, 2 hours max, just spinning the legs. Day 3 is all about leg strength. We've got 2 blocks of 6 by 1 minute at 85%. So right in the middle of tempo, zone 3. But the key here is 50 to 60 RPM, making sure that we're engaging the muscles, focusing on a nice smooth pedal circle. A rest day on Friday, leading into a 2-hour ride over unders. So a gradual build up, and then 3 blocks, 5 times 1 minute. So first minute underneath threshold, about 90-95%. Second minute 110%, so above threshold, and then back down, repeating that 3 times. And then to round off the week, a nice steady 3-hour ride out on the road. The key though there is to make sure that we've got a 1-hour block that we're focusing on tempo. So you can see from week 1 there, a good solid 10.5 hours spent on the bike, predominantly working on a lot of strength and endurance. There wasn't many, in fact there was none in week 1, hard efforts. There was threshold efforts, but there was no short sprints. But that's what we're going to be doing this week. So starting off week 2, we've got some 10-second sprints, 20 of them out on the road. Preferably all of these rides we're going to be doing on the road because it is August, so fingers crossed we're going to get some decent weather. The kids are going back to school, again fingers crossed, which also allows us more time, so we don't have to just always jump onto ZWIFT because we're time crunched hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got more time to get out. So we're doing some harder sprinting efforts this week. Starting off with the 20 by 10s. We've then got some FTP efforts, some longer sort of 12-minute efforts. Then we've also got some hill repeats that we're doing. So they're shorter, but they're obviously going to be a much higher power output. They're not sprinting, but they're not just threshold, they're up way above. And then coming into week 3, a mixture of all of them. So, as I said, this 3-week block, nice and tough, nice and hard, exactly what I asked for. Let's get the body refocused. And speaking of the body, we've also signed up with a nutritionist. Link down here below. There'll be a separate video coming all about that. But lockdown, it's not been very kind. The weight has gone on a little bit and we need to sort that out. But what we also need to sort out is the nutrition linked to the performance in our training. Because one thing that we know we've done in the past is we've not fueled enough. But as I say, we're going to talk about that in another video. So, hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. It's been a little bit short, but I think hopefully it's given you a little update as to what we're doing, what we have or haven't been doing, what we're doing now, what we're hoping to do in the future. And yeah, if you've liked it as ever, drop me a thumbs up. I always appreciate that support. Hit that like button, smash it, tickle it, you know the score. If you want to join me on the live streams, I'd love to have you along for the ride. So, Facebook, Twitch, and of course YouTube. Links are all down here and in the descriptions. I'd love to have you along for the ride. If you are going to join up, either liking, subscribing or following whichever channel you're using, make sure you're getting notified, because as much as we do try to stick to a schedule when we're doing our live streams, you never know, sometimes we just think, do you know what, I fancy a wee race today, so we'll jump online. The best way to find out when the streams are going live is to make sure you're getting notified through your emails or your push notifications on your phone. So hit those buttons and make sure you're getting the notifications. But that's going to be it from me today. As I say, hope you've enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves, keep those hands clean, and I'll see you soon. Ride on. Zoom.
I just wanna